All right. So go ahead and lay on your mat and just bring your knees into your chest. We're going to start with that nice little rock from side to side. Just start setting that intention. I know that it's early, so we'll just ease into it. Well, early for some, but still just getting warmed up. Take a big inhale here and then bring your right knee into your chest and then let your left leg go nice and heavy. There you go. I always like to see who it wants to be the main person. And sometimes I think it should be me. And then go ahead and switch out those legs when you are ready. We'll let both legs go long. Pull that opposite knee into your chest. And you can give it a nice little rock from side to side. And then when you're ready, you're going to release both legs for me. They'll go nice and long. Reach your hands up over your head. Let your back arch off of that mat. Point through those toes, feel that nice full body stretch, and then I want you to tuck your tailbone, pull your lower back into the mat. We start with roll-ups here. So you're gonna reach hands up towards the ceiling, take a big inhale. On the exhale, you come all the way up, reaching for those toes, and then you're gonna slowly tuck that tailbone coming all the way back down. I'd like your hands to stop above your shoulders as you roll to the top. You also have the option if you want your hands to come to prayer as you're rolling down. Exhale, lift right back up here. Try to let your abs do that work and not just those arms giving you momentum. I want you to think as you're setting your attention. I mean, we're getting right into a roll up. So you'll feel nice and warm relatively quickly here. Think and focus on keeping your feet down. Don't let those feet come up off of the mat. Again, it's a little bit faster as you come up, reaching over those toes. And then it's slow and controlled as you roll all the way back down onto your back. Just 10 more seconds right here. In 9, good. In 8, 7, we've got a tiny change coming your way. In 6, it is that alternating heel tap. They're nice and slow. Don't feel like you have to fire a bunch out. I want you to take your time. In 3, we're going to go into that alternating V up. In 2, good. On 1, reach those hands up. Right hand will tap that left ankle. Exhale, left hand will tap that right. So all we're doing is we're reaching and we're tapping opposite ankles right here. So we're just diving right into that extra challenge. Nice strong core series to kick it off. You guys look great. Find about 15 more seconds here. Exhale, lift and tap. Inhale, lower down. Still slow as we are lowering down onto that mat. We've got a version of a bicycle coming up, but your heels are going to both be down. Toes are going to be lifted as we reach opposite elbow to opposite knee. Your heels are going to stay on that mat. You've got 5 seconds here. 4, good. 3, and 2, on 1, I want you to bring your heels down, keep your toes lifted, hands come behind your head. You're going to reach right elbow to that left knee, drive heel down into that mat, and then right to that left. So you're not keeping those legs lifted, you're just reaching. I heard these called a jumping jack bicycle or something recently. You're just going to exhale, tap elbow to knee, inhale, lower down. Try to get your shoulder blade off of that mat as you're reaching in opposition. Exhale and inhale here. Exhale and inhale here. We've got heel taps on deck. So you're going to keep both feet down and then you're going to bring the front of that foot down. So they're going to be a flat foot for you. And you'll go into some of those heel taps. We'll reach arms long and strong in 3. Good. In 2, reach arms long and strong. Now walk those feet in nice and slow. The longer that you have that time under tension, the better. So don't feel like you have to get a million heel taps in. I want you to find that pinch that's happening in your obliques right here. So we're just reaching for that right ankle or pinky, reaching for that left side. You exhale and you inhale, you reach for those heels for me. You're doing great. You have 10 seconds here. That final change, you do have to rock up. You've got 30 seconds in those mountain climbers. It's that opposite elbow to opposite knee. You can walk it out. We don't have to run it out, but I just want you to know where you're headed. In 5 seconds, I need you to pull knees into your chest. You're going to rock yourself up and you're going to find that opposite elbow to opposite knee. In 3, and 2, knees come into your chest. You rock yourself up. You're going to walk on into that plank. You're going to bring right elbow to left knee, left elbow to right knee. You're here for 30 seconds. We lay back on our backs and we restart. Big inhale here, big exhale. As you drive that knee, a nice cord, I want you to think hips are still square. Your butt's not coming into that mat. Your shoulders, they're right over top of those wrists. Get warm right here. 10 seconds and you're back on your back. In 9, in 8, good. In 7, you've got it. 6, keep driving. driving 5 and 4. You're there for 3 and 2. On 1, you rest for me. We're actually going to come right onto your back. I'll give you a child's pose at the end of our second round through. No changes right here. We're going to do it again all through, starting with that roll up, but now you're a little bit warmer. So hands will reach up towards that ceiling. You'll take a big inhale, and then you're going to exhale, rolling yourself up. You have the option to reach over those toes. If you prefer your hand in prayer, it's fine, but think about that 3 count down. So I want you slow as you're tucking your tailbone, belly button comes towards that spine as you roll all the way down. Exhale, we lift all the way back up to the top. Really nice work. Inhale as you are lowering down. You've got this with that pace that's allowing you to be really deliberate in that tuck, feeling those abs help you. Exhale, go right back up. Everyone give me one more right here. We'll stay all the way down on the next when you go into those alternating heel taps, those V-ups. So bring right elbow to that left ankle, straighten that leg out, and then that right ankle will be tapped by that left. So you're coming all the way down in that V-up. Exhale, lift all the way back up. These will probably be your hardest change, but take your time. Feel where you're squeezing, where you're contracting to get into that V-up for me. 15 seconds to go right here. Those heels are coming down. Those toes are lifting up. We're going into that alternating elbow to knee, getting both shoulder blades off of the mat. In 8, in 7, finish strong in your V-up. Give me one more, 3 and 2. And then I need your heels to drive into the mat. Tuck your tailbone under, hands come behind your head. We tap opposite elbow to opposite knee here. I want your heels down, your toes lifted. Exhale, lift, tap. Exhale, lift, tap. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and tap. Feel the pinch happening in that oblique. Feel your breath. It's less about just the elbow coming to your knee, more about that entire shoulder blade coming off of that mat. You have it right here. These are a little bit faster than if you were just crunching. You have 5. We go into those heel taps in 4. Feet go flat in 3. Last tap in 2. Now come all the way down. Reach those hands up towards the ceiling. Feet are flat. You're going to exhale, lift, and reach towards your ankles. You're going to tap that right ankle. Come through center. Tap that left ankle. I want these slower than you think they should be, because as you're reaching, you've got to find that pinch in your oblique for me. 10 seconds right here. 9, good. And 8, you keep reaching. 7 and 6, hold on to it for 5. Final change in 4, you've got that 30 seconds of mountain climbers. In 3, knees come into your chest. In 2, find that nice little rest. Rock yourself up, high plank around the rooms, and find that opposite knee to opposite elbow here. Drive right knee to that left elbow, drive left knee to that right. These do not have to be super fast, but think about the tuck happening in your tailbone as you're bringing that knee across your chest. Hips are staying square right here. Less than 20 seconds. You're doing great. We're going to find a child's pose after this. So I know abs are warm. I know those shoulders are talking to you right here. You have 10 and 9. You find a child's pose. We find that first stretch in 5. In 4, rest in 3. Good. Tap 2. Last tap right here. Sit those hips all the way back towards your ankles. Open knees nice and wide, and just reach towards the front of your mat for me. Taking that big inhale here. Nice 5-minute core series to get you really warm. You're going to come into your first set of push-ups, and then we stand and get into legs. Push-ups are going to be nice and controlled. I'd like a hand release push-up here if you can. If the 2 count's what you prefer, that's fine. But you're going to either go into that 2 count release of your hands, exhale, press up, or you can just go into that 2 count. If you're not there for the release, you'll just press yourself back to the top. Only 30 seconds here. I just want to warm everything up in those shoulders. Think about that tiny tuck in your tailbone. Belly button is pulled in. Just 15 seconds to go. You're in your downward dog. We'll pedal out those knees. So give me at least 2 more right here. 2 to 3 more. You have 10 seconds. It's nice and strong as you come all the way down. Exhale, press yourself up in those push-ups. 5 seconds. Good. 4 and 3. Press up. 2. Find your downward dog in 1. Nice last push-up. Thanks for giving me that. Now lift your hips up. Bend your right knee. Press through that left. Good. And then you'll bend through that right. I want you to just pedal out those knees for a moment, and then you're going to walk your hands in towards your feet. Feet will come in towards your arms, and we're going to just slowly roll ourselves up to the top. Options here. You are welcome to put your Balas on. You're here for a hot second. So the leg series is a little bit longer today because we've got 3 changes happening. You've got a lunge, a split squat, and then a single leg deadlift. I'm going to cue you to put, if it feels okay, both of your light weights in your right hand. If you have a heavier weight and you want to hold it, you're welcome to do that. If it is too awkward, just hold one weight. I'm going to get you warm, so don't worry about it. I'm just going to add a little bit of single arm work. All unilateral. So we're going to start with the weights in our right hand, and then our left leg doesn't move. It's just the right leg that's going to move in those lunges to start. So right leg is forward. Excuse me, left leg is forward, right leg is moving, right hands have your weights in them. We're going to go for that reverse lunge to start. Weights just come down towards that ankle and we stand up with control. I want the weight in your heel. You power up, squeeze at the top. So all you're doing right now is that single side reverse lunge. Nice and controlled. Think about your breath. Think about the contraction and where are you squeezing. You drive through that front heel for me as that right heel comes back, and then we stand at the top. If you'd like to advance it, you can give me that bicep curl as you're coming down. Release that hand at the top. If it's too much to give me that bicep curl while you're stepping down, you can give it to me at the top of that range. This is not fast. I want these slow on purpose because you can get fired up in these legs without any weight. But now some of you have your Balas on and you're holding that weight in your hand. You're lowering that arm all the way down, squeezing triceps as you stand up, and then you give me that bicep curl at the bottom. You've got 10 seconds left right here. In 9 seconds, you're going to hold that foot back, and we're going to go into some split squats. You have 8, good, and 7. You don't have to go faster. You just keep giving me that curl. Keep letting that arm fight as you squeeze your bicep and that tricep. Right foot stays back in 3, step up for 2, step back and hold. Let your right arm fall all the way down. Now I want that right arm long as you go into your split squat. It's a 3 count down now. You come down, 2, 3, stand and squeeze on 1. So with that split squat, you come down on that 3 count, lift and squeeze for 1. So you've got a little bit of tempo now. As you're driving that knee down towards the mat, I'm okay with a slight hinge here if you want to bring that into your glute a little bit more as opposed to your quad. That right arm is just down at the side though. Think about all the single leg work that you're doing here. That left hand can either be out to the side or on your hip. I need you to hang in this for about 15 more seconds. You're going to step your right foot up. We go into a staggered deadlift right here. This staggered deadlift means that right foot is right behind that left. Weights are still in that right hand. We're stepping together in 3. Give me 1 more split squat in 2. Now step all the way up and go right into that single leg deadlift. It's a little bit more than a 1 count because I don't want you to rush. I want you to hinge your hips back, and then I want you to lift and squeeze for me. You hinge your hips as you reach those weights about mid shin, and then you stand and squeeze to the top for me. As you're in this movement, everything is slow and controlled. If you feel your shoulders releasing, you've gone too far, squeeze those shoulder blades together. And then it's okay to find that soft bend in your knee as you're coming down to keep it in your glute. We're going to put all 3 of these together. Weight is just going to stay down at your side. It's 1 reverse lunge, 1 split squat. You step together, 1 deadlift. It's a full minute in 3, step together in 2. And you'll stand all the way up on 1. From here, you give me that reverse lunge, you step together, you step back, you give me that split squat all the way down, you bring that right foot in, you're giving me that deadlift. So the one thing I want you to know is after that reverse lunge, you stand, then you step back, you give me that split squat all the way down, you stagger those feet, and then you give me that deadlift. Heart rate should come up a little bit here. You're already almost 30 seconds into it. You still have 30 to go. It doesn't have to be fast. It's thoughtful. You're just doing all 3 movements, trying to round out what you're doing in that leg. Big inhale here, big exhale. You have it. As you're breathing through this, think about that left leg just really firing up for you. You have 15 seconds. In 15 seconds, you're going right into your mountain climber or your opposite knee to opposite elbow, slow and controlled. In 10 seconds. In 9, finish this last round out. In 8, you have it. In 7, finish last deadlift. In 3, in 2, now take those weights. You can reach them down to the mat, step back. Don't worry about your computers. It's a minute in your abs. We start with 30 seconds, alternating knee to that opposite elbow, slow and controlled. Heart rates are up a little bit. I'll give you a second to bring them down. Give me 15 more seconds in this slow climber, 15 seconds. If anything happens, you need to be on your forearms for those wrists. I'm fine with it. You can walk down. Hold in 3, hold in 2. We're still in a high plank. Now glue those legs together, 30-second isometric hold. If you need to come to your forearms, I do not care. It's just an isometric hold. So I don't care if you're on hands or forearms, I'm cueing the hands. You have 15 seconds. Can you spread your fingertips out nice and wide? Can you give me the strongest plank that you have, zipping from inner thighs up towards your seat, slight tuck of that tailbone. In 10 seconds, we're gonna lift those hips up, pedal out the knees, and get ready for round 2 on that opposite side. In 5, in 4, you've got it. 3 and 2, hips lift, start to pedal out knees. Take a moment here. It's a really quick transition. As you walk hands into your feet, you're gonna grab your weights as you slowly lift up. Now weights come into your left hand. Your right leg is static. Left leg's the only one that moves. From here, you're going to start in that reverse lunge on that left side for me. You do not have to add that bicep curl in until you're ready. Get a couple lunges under control. And that's when you add that bicep curl. So as you come down, you can give me that bicep curl at the bottom, stand up and squeeze, or if it feels better to give me the bicep curl at the top. If you don't want to give me a bicep curl, that's also completely fine. Stay in your lunges. I care more about your legs here than your arms. I want you to find your breath again. We moved quickly through that. Drive the weight through your heel as you stand in your lunge, and then you step all the way back, shoulders stay nice and controlled. Release them from those ears. We're not giving ourselves any shoulder earrings. You've got this. 20 seconds left right here before we stay in that split squat and arm stays down towards that side. Take a big inhale as you lower down, and then give me that exhale, lift and squeeze. You're gonna give me 2 more right here. Come all the way down, lift and squeeze. You're gonna give me 1 more. You step together, and then you're going to let that arm stay long and strong. Step back into your split squat. You have it. Step back into your split squat. 3 counts down. Down, 2 and 3. We lift all the way up on that 1 count. I want you to think more about the power here. It's a slight hinge forward, and we're just trying to fatigue those legs. So as you drive down, you're pressing through that heel, and then you exhale, lift up and squeeze, contracting through that core. Just 15 seconds. So you're flying through this opposite side. I want you just to think about your breath. Inhale as you're lowering down with control. Exhale, power up to the top. You give me 5 more seconds here. I want you to give me 2 more because you can. Yes, all the way down with that control. We'll go over that 5 seconds just a little bit. On this next one, you get to step together, staggering those feet. Weights are still in the left hand. Left foot is back, right foot is forward. We come down into that nice deadlift position. We lift up and we squeeze. What I need you to think about here is as you hinge forward, your chest falls towards that mat, and then we lift up, we squeeze our seat as tight as we can. Give me 25 seconds right here. I love a deadlift. I don't prefer a split squat. I really don't prefer a Bulgarian split squat, even though they're so good. But the deadlift is my favorite. So really think about how you're feeling this in your hamstring, in your glutes. 10 seconds to go right now. We put it all together in 8, in 7. Remember how slow and controlled you were in that first round. 1 reverse lunge step together. You step back, 1 split squat. You step together, 1 deadlift. You go into it when you're ready right here. Find your reverse lunge. You step all the way back. Arm comes down to that side. Step together. Step back 1 more time. Give me that split squat all the way down. Lift up and squeeze. Step into that nice staggered position, and then you give me that deadlift. It's slow and controlled. I'm not wanting you to rush through this. I just want you to think about all of the changes where all of that nice deliberate contractions are coming from as you reach all the way down. You've got this. In about 25 seconds, because you're here for that minute, in about 25 seconds, you just take your time. We're going into that next set of mountain climbers. I'm calling them mountain climbers. I'm okay if they're slow. I care more about your shoulders away from your ears, your hips staying square, and then just bringing opposite knee to opposite elbow. I just need 8 more seconds from you. I'd like you to make it through it. 1 more time, finish nice and strong. You give me that reverse lunge. You step together. You step back, you give me that split squat, driving knee down, lift it up. Give me 1 more deadlift right here, lowering down, lift and squeeze. Now slowly bend those knees, reach those weights towards the mat. You step right foot back and left foot back. And this is where I need you to go into that slow climber. It's a minute in your abs right here. Abs we've already been working on. We started with that nice little circuit in the beginning so that they were wide awake as you got into these movements. You're driving right knee to left elbow. It can be so slow. It can be so controlled. I want you to think about hips staying square right here. You hold in 8. It's that plank hold in 7. You have it in 6. Hold on to it for 5 and 4. Good. 3 and 2. Can you just freeze right here in that plank? Again, forearm plank is fine if you need it. Here's where I need you to bring your heart rates down, reset. You're going to glue those heels together, inner thighs up towards your seat, slight tuck of your tailbone, abs are pulling in. So think about belly button toward your spine. I need 15 seconds from you. You're going into your downward dog. We stand up, legs get a break. We finish out those arms. Take a big inhale. You just have 10 seconds. Can you take that exhale and contract through your abs? You're getting ready to lift those hips in 5. You have it. 4. You can walk feet apart in 3, 2, lift hips towards the ceiling and start to pedal them out. Really nice leg series. As you bend and press through those legs, find that stretch, bring heels down towards your mat. Now walk your heels in toward your hands, hands in toward your heels. You are going to grab your weight to the top. Your weight should already be in your hands. You're going to give me a soft bend in your knees right here. Yep, you've got it. From here, we're going to open up into that wide T. Yep, and then we're going to come down an inch and up an inch. Down an inch and up an inch. So you're reaching in opposition. Think about how strong your abs are right here because you're already working through the warmth in your core. But now think about your shoulders and your triceps. It's down 1 inch, up an inch, down 1 inch and up an inch. We're just reaching those arms long and strong. I want you to have to ditch those weights. So you fight and you squeeze. If you drop them, I'll make sure you pick them back up. Go into a bend and press in 3 and 2. Give me that little bend and extend. That little bend and extend. Think about triceps and shoulders staying nice and warm right here. We've got 10 seconds in this nice long movement with control. Final 6 and 5. Good. We're going to start circling in 4. I know it's mean. In 3 and 2 on 1, we start to circle towards that front of the room. Tiny controlled circles. It is slow and it's deliberate. I need your knees to have a soft bend. Your abs are contracting. So I have to have you breathing through this. Reverse that circle in 3 and 2. Go ahead and reverse that circle opposite direction. Still keep thinking about those triceps. They should be nice and warm. You have 6 here, 5, good, 4 and 3. 2 more changes with those arms that long and 2. Hold for me on 1. It's no pulse. It's just a palm rotation to the front of the room and the back of the room. As you're squeezing those weights, let those shoulders get to be on fire. You have 1 more change while your arms are long like this. And then I'll add some relief in there for you. 5 seconds and a hold, 4 seconds and a hold. Last 3, 2. Now don't move. You just hold. Palms can face the floor. Take a big inhale. This should be your easiest change because you're not making any movements. You're just thinking about the contraction. Can I release shoulders away from ears? Can I squeeze through my triceps? Contract through your abs. 10 seconds right here. Yes, you can. 9 and 8. You're just going to go into a lower and a lift. In 5 and 4. Yes, you can. 3 and 2. We lower those arms down to the side. Exhale, squeeze, lift. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, squeeze to lift. Make this deliberate. Don't cheat yourself. 10 seconds right here. Yes, you can. 8. You're going to want to lift those arms higher than your shoulders. I want you to stop at shoulder heights. If you're still holding on to heavier weights and you need to change them out, that's fine. 5 and 4. Arms stay out in that T. In 3. Good. In 2 on 1. Turn your palms towards me. Find that goalpost position. Yes, you can. From here, I want you to bring those arms in so they're at that 90. You're going to give me an overhead press. You bring arms down. You give me that hammer curl. A little bit of a relief right here. You press. You pull those weights down. You give me that hammer curl. So it's that narrow press right overhead. I want you to think about the squeeze of your triceps at the bottom of your range and then the press to the top. We're going to hold overhead with that press, glue weights together and go into a tricep extension in 5, wherever you are. In 4, weights come overhead. In 3, in 2, on 1, glue weights together. Elbows are narrow. Weights come to the nape of your neck. You squeeze all the way up to the top. I know they're lighter weights, but I want you to think about belly button pulling in. You drop weights down. You exhale, lift, and squeeze. You drop weights down. You exhale, lift, and squeeze. 10 seconds right here. You have it. 9. Weights stay overhead. They open back up. In 8. In 7. Good. In 6. In 5, we've got 4 and 3. Perfect. 2. Give me one more right here. Weights to overhead, open hands up. We're going to go into an alternating march. Take your time. I know that you could just go fast, but can you control? Can you use your lower abs to get those knees up? Keep reaching arms up nice and high. Let arms fatigue right here, 10 seconds. You're reaching that knee up past your hip. Exhale. Exhale, good. Go 6 and 5. You've got 4 feet, stay down. Finish her in those shoulders with presses in 3, palms face me, and 2, palms face me. We're going to leave those feet down, press and pull. Yes, you can. Press and pull right here. Press up, pull down, finish out those shoulders, nice and controlled, nice and strong. You just have a little work left in those triceps. Breathe for 8 and 7. It looks really nice, ladies. 6 and 5. Hold on to it. 4 and 3. Final 2 on 1. You're going to bring those arms all the way down, palms face your quads. You're going to come down into that nice deadlift position now. Palms face each other. Bring those elbows in. Extend both arms. Just your right arm is kicking back, left arm is static. So I want your right arm moving into that bend and press. I want your left arm to stay nice and high and long and strong. Keep it reaching, isometric hold. Tough series right here. Ditch weights when you need to. I want you to slow down your kickback. Don't feel like you have to give me a million. Slow and controlled. Now you're going to keep that right arm back, just that left arm moves in 3, in 2, bend, extend. Yep, bend and extend right here. So right arm is static, it's long and strong now, and just that left arm is moving. We're going to move them together in 4, move them together in 3, both arms together in 2, and 1. Here you go. Bend, extend, squeeze. I want you to add a 1 count at the top of that squeeze, almost like it's a pulse, but all you're doing is squeezing your triceps. Those arms are going to barely move. Pinkies face the ceiling. Bend, extend, squeeze. Bend and extend, squeeze, keeping those arms long and strong. You've got 10 seconds here, 2 changes left. I need you to fight for it. If you need to stand up and reset, you stand up and reset. Hold them back in 3. Good. Hold them back in 2. On 1, from here, little bend and press. Pinkies face the ceiling. Bend and press. Fire up those triceps. Bend and press. You bend and press. You have this. 10. Bend those knees. You hinge forward. Arms are high. It's 6. Hold in 5. Hold in 4. Good. It's 3 and pulses. 2. Palms face the ceiling. Pulse it up. There's no hold. You pulse to finish. Here's where it matters. Here is where it counts. When you think you need to drop those arms, you got to count to 1, 2, 3. You have to give yourself a little bit more. Less than 10 seconds in your pulses. Can you reach any further? Can you think about your breath? Don't clench your jaw. It's 5. You're resting in 4. You rest in 3. Good. In 2. On 1, you stand all the way up. Hard tricep series there. From here, take a big inhale. Give me a roll of those shoulders to the back of that room, a roll of those shoulders to the front. You can set your weights down to the side for me. We're going to finish with some traditional goodness on the floor. You've got one more plank series though. So now is the time, if you do want to move your computers, that you can. You meet me on the back of that mat. If you have Balas on, they're welcome to stay on. You're going to drive those hands down to the mat. You're going to walk yourself into that last high plank right here. I want you to give me a climber to each side. You can drop your knees. You give me 1 push-up. So opposite knee to opposite elbow, each side, and then 1 push-up. So it's slow and controlled. You come to your forearms after this. I need you to breathe. Your heart rate might be a little up because your arms are tired. Your arms should be tired. Here's where we finish them out with a little bit of abs. Go back into legs, and then you'll be done. Fight for this little bit. 2 sets of push-ups today. This is your second one, last one. You're doing great. Hold on to this for me. You're coming down into your forearm plank in 5. 1 more tap of knees, each elbow. 1 more push-up. Now find your forearm plank in 3, 2, forearm plank. Oh yeah. Big inhale. I need you to open your feet because we're going to give ourselves 4 reaches each side. You're going to reach right arm forward, place it back, left arm forward, place it back. It's 4 each side, and then you glue those legs back together, and we finish with a 15-second hold. So you're almost out of it. You come to your knees if you need to. When you find that final hold, I need those knees to lift. Glue your legs together and think about how strong you are in this movement, in this plank. 10 seconds right here. 9 and and 8. You have it. 7. I'm going to give you a child's pose to set yourself up for the last series in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Big inhale. Everyone gets water. You do whatever you need. You've got 10 seconds right here. We're going to get ready to go into some side lying clams. Gosh, we haven't done those in a while, but I'm going to hopefully fire you up. We've got about 9 minutes left. When you're ready, I'm okay with Balas, no bands. Quite frankly, you can do this body weight because I'm going to fire you up. So if you start to feel like you're not able to keep that foot up, you just ditch your Bala. From here, though, you can always hold a weight on the outside of your leg. We're going to start on our left side with our right leg lifted. We're starting dominant. It's a little bit mean, but I want you just to feel how strong you are from the start. So we're going to lay on that left side. You're going to bring your knees into that 90. If my friends want an extra challenge, you're going to come up onto your forearm for this series. Your range of motion is going to drastically change, but you're welcome to try it out. I'll be bent down here, laying all the way down. Knees at 90. Press your hand into that mat, and then I want you to lift up to the top. Point through both toes for me here. Now from here, all I want you to do is drop down an inch, squeeze up an inch. So instead of thinking about your toe leading this or your knee leading this, all I want you to do is squeeze from that corner pocket. It's 10 and 9 right here. Good. 8 and 7. Keep squeezing. It's 6 and 5, nice, for 4, squeeze for 3, you've got it. 2, on 1, hold. Your knee comes down, your ankle might lift a little, but it never comes lower. Think about this as an internal rotation back to that clam, internal rotation back to that clamshell. So even though that ankle might lift, it never goes lower. 10 and 9, good. 8 and 7, it's 6 and 5, you've got 4 and 3, perfect. 2, you hold on 1, ankle, that toe taps, that ankle lifts back up. It's an external rotation. Your knee never lowers. All you've done is started to open that knee while that toe taps down, back to center. You've got 8 and 7. 6, we put it together, alternating knee to knee, toe to ankle. In 4, in 3, good. In 2, on 1, we do knee to knee, then toe to ankle, knee to knee, toe to ankle, good. It should start to fire up right here. 10, 9, good. 8 and 7, keep fighting. 6 and 5, you've got 4, knee stays down for me. In 3, in 2, 1, just up 1 inch and down 1 inch. It's that really beautiful internal rotation. Toe is pointing towards that ceiling. It's like there's a ball you're squeezing between those knees. Go. 8 and 7, keep pressing into that mat for me. It's 6 and 5, yes you can right here. For 3 and 2, you full extend, you bend. Full extension, you can tap elbow or you can try to bring that knee straight down. Full extension and that bend. I need you to fight. You should be on fire. Full extension, bend it in. You're holding that leg out. In 8, in 7, do not give up. 6 and 5, you've got 4 and 3, final 2, you hold it out on 1. Now pulse it up and down 1 inch. It's 10 and 9, good. 8 and 7, yes you can right here. 5 and a hold. It's 4 and 3, final 2. Here's where you finish. Bring your hand behind your head. Take a big inhale. That hand can help you by pressing into the mat. Pull abs in. You reach as long and strong as you can in that leg. Now bring it forward. Hold 5, hold 4, last 3 and 2, 1, rest. Give that leg a nice little punch for me. You're just gonna flip right around to that opposite side for me. So you're gonna lay on that right side. Left leg is on top, you come to 90. It's quick, but if you squeeze, you should fire up there and feel that cramping happening in that corner pocket. You're gonna lift that leg up, find that nice lift. You start in your pulses. Your left hand is pressing down. Think about a release and a squeeze right here. A release and a squeeze. So while that leg is lifted, all you're doing for me is squeezing from that corner pocket. 10 seconds, good. 9. You should feel really strong in this, like you can stay in it the entire time. You've got 5. We go into that clamshell that we're breaking down to 3 and 2, last one, hold. So knee comes down, you lift back up. You're fatigued now on your right side, so you're going to feel the burn happening as you're stabilizing. 10, 9, good. 8 and 7, we have 6 and 5, hold on, 4 and 3, final 2 on 1, tap ankle, back up, tap ankle. So in that external rotation, you're going to notice that your hips might be tighter on one side, which is fine. Think about dropping that toe down and then lifting it back up to parallel. Like you want your knee to lift and then you come back up. We're alternating knee to knee, toe to ankle in 3 and 2. Make it deliberate. You might think it looks funny, but it should feel so good. We tap knee to knee, toe to ankle, knee to knee, toe to ankle. Trying to get some spots on your leg that it's hard to get warm. Tap knee to knee and toe to ankle. 10 and 9. Knee stays down for me as if there's that imaginary ball. We pulse it here in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2. Keep that knee down. Toe lifted, knee down. Squeeze, squeeze. Like there's a ball that you're trying to pop between those knees right here. It's a full extension. Head your way in 5, in 4, in 3. Yes, you can. In 2, reach that leg, pull it back towards that knee or towards your elbow. I'm fine with either. Tap it. 10, 9, good. 8, 7, tap it. 6, reach for 5. You've got 4, hold it out for me in 3, in 2, give me one more tap, hold it out. Now pulse it up. Here's, you're getting ready to finish. You have one hold left. You can do this. I know that Bala is just being mean to you right now. 8 and 7, do not let that leg go any lower. You have this. 6 and 5, you hold in 4, you hold in 3, beautiful. 2, 1, freeze. Hand goes behind your head just to take away that stabilization. Now I want you to, if you can, bring that knee, excuse me, that toe closer to, yes, there's where it should burn. Now lift it up 1 more centimeter, hold for 5, squeeze. 4, 3, 2, and you rest. Come right onto your backs for me. We've got 2 minutes to go. You're going to bring your knees into your chest. Happy baby might feel good. Whatever you have left, I want you to just take that little bit of a stretch. You've got that 2-minute mark. I'm going to bring us right to finish again as we go into those abs. Take a big inhale here. Balas can stay on if you want. I want you to bring your legs into tabletop for me. I want you to reach your hands up towards the ceiling. We're going to go into that alternating dead bug. If you can lift head, neck, and shoulders up, you're going to reach right arm and left leg long, come back to center. Exhale. Think about pulling your lower back so firmly into that mat. And then think about your full body working here at the end as you squeeze through those legs back to center. Exhale as you pull everything in. Inhale as you extend for me. I need you to hold center in 3. Good. In 2, finish wherever you are on 1. Hands come behind your head. We go into a slow bicycle. Twist, twist, twist with control for me, with control in the bicycle. You've got this. 10, 9, 8, and 7. You're reaching your hands towards your ankles. You're going to go into that open and close, that nice long banana, and then reach towards ankles in 3 and 2. Right now, you can either grab your shins for that first one, reach towards your ankles. Everything goes long in opposition. Everything comes back in nice and tight. Yes, you can. 10 seconds here. 9 and 8. Hold on for 7. Reach 6 and 5. Yes, you can. 4 and 3. Perfect. 2 on 1. Pull knees into your chest and rest. Pull knees into your chest and rest. Take a big inhale right where you started. You're in that rock from side to side. Take that breath. When you're ready, I want you to rock yourself up. I know that some of you will stretch for me. I'm going to let us come right off of this in about 30 seconds. We're going to fall off. Reach hands up towards the ceiling, grabbing that right wrist, pulling it over to that left side, coming back through center, grabbing that left, pulling it over to that right, back through center. One more time, looking up to see where that ceiling meets the wall, bringing hands to prayer, and then thanking your body for working so hard. You made it. As we drop, I'll see you girls hopefully next week. Have a great rest of the day.